Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lee and Hayley Overtime, the podcast. I'm Lee Cruz, along with Hayley Harmon.
What up, fam? How are we? In the club, we all fam. Hi. Hope you all are doing well.
Thank you for that. I love that was sexy.
What?
The way you just cleared your throat.
Well, had I had time or...
Had time?
You're right. I've been sitting here waiting on you. I'm glad that you brought it up. No, let me complain yet again about a health issue. No, I'm just having some sinus trouble this morning. So I've had to blow my nose a lot and cough a lot and just,
Yeah.
clear the old, delicate throat.
Let me again reiterate my position on mic technique. We have begun this podcast, and you are at a decibel level.
Lee, I'm just talking like a normal person.
Engine.
I'm talking the way I would talk to you in this room if we were just sitting here.
As soon as we began, you went right to the rafters. You're Babe Ruth, calling your shot, taking it deep.
Thank you.
I watched Bob Uecker.
What do you want me to do? I don't
Right
care.
there, that's good. Thank you.
But that's why...
That's nice.
Again, we've worked together for 10 years. Just lately, you've decided to tell me you hate the way I do media, basically. I was going to say television, which that's our normal thing, but also this. But I'm like, turn the mic down.
I'm growing as a person. I'm starting to stick up for
to be more critical in your old age.
No, to stick up for myself.
What? Oh, I'm abusing you with the way I talk?
It feels painful to me. My goodness.
I need to talk to you about your weird pauses and weird delivery. It feels painful to me.
What was I about to tell you?
Who knows? And I've got to be honest, who really cares?
I was watching Bob Uecker on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Okay.
They're both dead. But Bob...
So it's very exclusive video we got from heaven.
He sits in the chair and Johnny goes, "Now, where you really...
Is that what he said?
Were you that bad? Were you that bad of a player, Bob?" He goes, "You know what, Johnny, honestly, I think I just got a lot of bad press." And he goes, you remember when Babe Ruth went to the hospital, visit the sick kid, and said, "I'll hit a home run for you," and he did. He goes, "Well, I grabbed a reporter, went to the children's hospital and talked to a kid, and I said, 'I'm going to take care of you tonight.' Well, I was 0 for 4. I struck out 4 times, and I had 3 pass balls." He goes, and the kid actually relapsed.
Relapsed?
Yeah.
He was a drug addict?
Well, no, whatever he had, it made it worse. It
came back again.
Yeah. He said it turns out the kid was outpatient.
Oh. Oh, my God.
Bob Uecker was wonderful.
I called him Robert.
God rest his soul. Just a bit outside.
Oh. When I was a kid, Robert to me, it's so funny when you think about, adults that they were once babies and like people that have what I consider like really formal, nice names. Imagining
like
them as
Adolf
a child.
Hitler.
Like Adolf Hitler. Or like... Yeah, had a very formal name. Little Adolf Hitler. Oh, God. Well, anyway, no, like I remember as a kid in my class, his little brother who was a baby was named Robert. And I don't know why, just as it made me laugh. Because even when I was a kid growing up, let's say this was the mid to late 90s, like Robert just seemed like a name people weren't naming their kids anymore. And then to them to be like, this is our new baby, Robert. It just made me laugh. And so I will always think of little Robert Lee was his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
They went that way, did they?
Well, no, Lee was their last name.
Oh. I hope they were Asian.
Why?
Well,
Yeah.
Anyway.
God, you are looking great in your new sweatshirt.
$2 at the going out of business place up near, I don't know where it is.
The going out of business place?
Yeah,
What's that? You mean a store that was going out of business?
Yeah.
It's a Champion sweatshirt. Yeah. But if I got that at Target, it would be $38.
No, it was like $2. They said they're closed now. They're done. So you can't even, no point in even me giving you geographical directions.
Yeah, but it was a Hanes store, is that right?
Yeah, but they sold Champion product in there, which I'm not a big Champion fan, but I needed things, to replace what
You recently had a big closet clean out.
I did. Everything must go.
They helped you with the people that burglarized Lee's house, of course. They helped you with early spring cleaning.
Yeah.
And they're so cutthroat, they were like, we don't care if it sparks joy. We're getting rid of it. You need the space.
And took my luggage. They used my own luggage.
Yeah. When Noah Day was filling in for you the other day, one of our producers, he he was saying we got in his car because we all went in his car to lunch, and he had a bunch of stuff in the seats. He was like,
Where'd you guys go eat?
Olive Garden. Sorry, I had to really think. And it was delicious. Anyway, he had a bunch of stuff in his back seat, and he says he's been doing a lot of cleaning, and he's following that method that got popular a couple years ago, the KonMari method, where you look at all the items you have, and they say if it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so he said he'd been doing that. Well, Bridget and I found deep joy in going through these things. There were unused hand creams in there.
Now, does this make Kelsey Day nervous?
What do you mean? That he might be like,
you no longer bring me joy.
That's right, yeah. Anyway, but Bridget and I went through the stuff, and we both got completely brand new hand creams that I believe were from Bath and Body Works. There were 2 gently used leather-bound notebooks that he just got rid of. Perfectly good paper, leather-bound. Bridget and I both we came into hand cream and notebooks. He did have a pair of men's jeans that were either missized or just a very small 30 waist, because he wears a 30, and he said they were far too small, and I think his in-laws got them for them.
Why didn't I get a look at those?
You're not a 30.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
What do you mean I'm not?
You're a 30?
I'm a 30. Noah and I are the exact same size.
Well, they're a 30-34. How's that going to work
No,
for you?
I'm a 30-30.
Well, you could have got them tailored, but as we know, you won't get anything tailored.
I don't know how.
Take it to I'm not saying do it yourself. Excuse me. I'm not saying do it yourself. That's how you want me to talk.
We thought you were a toad.
Lee, another thing. So here's why I don't want to hear you complain about having your home burglarized. What's the big deal? No. Lee did have his home burglarized, and it's horrible, and hopefully there will be a resolution one day. But
in the Great Awakening,
for each item of clothing they stole, you have an equal number of clothing that's been given to you. Because one of your friend's father-in-laws, a very well-respected, now retired cardiologist.
He didn't give me that much stuff.
Lee, he's been giving you stuff for years.
For years.
I bet 50 suit jackets, sweaters,
50.
sweater vests that Lee wore to work the other day.
You are the queen of exaggeration. It's like 48.
Okay.
No, it's maybe 20-something.
Lee, I've seen...
Maybe not even 20. Maybe like 15 to 18 jackets.
Over the course of years, I've seen truckloads be brought in here.
Yeah, well, that's not... You don't understand
and each one is
volume.
Just a little... Yeah, that's something I'm very self-conscious about. I've never understood volume.
Yeah.
Each one is just a little too big for you.
No, not each one. Why don't we do a segment where we take it to the tailor?
No, you're just using us to accomplish the things that you're too lazy to do.
What do you mean? No, it'll be a fun segment.
How can that be fun?
Well, because we're going to take this stuff to the tailor. They'll have to measure me.
Yeah.
You can make your snide comments.
What will I say? I've always thought he had short arms.
I don't know what you'll say.
I'll come up with something.
Measure his inseam again. It brings me joy.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
And Nikita and I'll both be smoking as we watch. Anyway, but they and some are so big, it's ridiculous.
No, they're not.
You started to wear one on set yesterday. The shoulders were out to here. A nice suit jacket. Shoulders out to here. Lee, the bottom of the jacket was hitting you mid-thigh.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Again,
it was.
This
it
is
looked
all
like
exaggeration.
when a hot girl borrows her boyfriend's suit jacket when they're leaving an event because she's cold. Cliff, that's the look you were going for.
You're like talking to a patient at the asylum when the Thorazine hasn't hit. It's just exaggeration and fanciful talk. We have got to get you medicated.
Yeah.
Wasn't that big?
Well, it was too big. How big does it need to be before you're like, fine? It doesn't matter how badly it doesn't fit. The point is it doesn't fit you, and it could look better. Tailoring is not that expensive.
Did it look like a mutual acquaintance of ours? Rhymes with Brian Dollins.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Are you laughing that hard at yourself? Does he have clothes that don't fit?
Yeah. Yeah.
As if you didn't just say his government name. Lee just mouthed, "Oh yeah," but didn't say it when I said, "Does he wear clothes?"
He wears a jacket, and his dad was a tailor.
Well, then he has no excuse.
I know
As
he does.
you do not either. You've gotten so many free, nice suit jackets. Go spend $20 a piece and get them tailored. So they look good.
Yeah,
What?
they're very nice.
I know.
Well, go with me.
Okay, we'll do it for the show.
Okay, see? Because otherwise you wouldn't do it. I have to
You're
bring...
right. Of course I wouldn't do it.
I
You're a
have to-
55-year-old man.
Yeah,
You need someone
I
to go.
beg your pardon.
You're 55. Own it. You're double nickels. That's the dream, baby.
You're not that far behind me, sister. At
I'm
46.
19 years behind you.
You're 46. I'm soon to be 47.
36.
On April 2nd.
I'm 36.
Aries. Lies.
You just... I'm fine with my age. Why don't you lie about yours? Like, I don't get it.
I'm not lying about it.
That you're 55. That's true. You're not lying right now. You usually like to say you're 45.
Anyway,
Oh, wait. In your version of events, which you normally lie and give yourself a 10-year grace period, you're 45 and I'm 46. So
Yes.
I'm older. Yeah.
well, you know, I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. Because it would really freak people out.
That you're
Older than
older
you.
than me.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That I, too.
You look good for your age.
Thank you. I wish I could say the same for you. You look much older.
Then 40, 45, whatever I am.
I'd say you look about 10 years older than that.
Born in 79.
No, lies.
Not
I'm going to
lies.
bring a Bible out here and make you put your hand on it.
Well, it'll burst in flames in your hands.
No, it won't.
You know what I watched, and I'll bring this up on our weekend watch
Bring
list.
it up now.
I watched a little docuseries produced by CNN, narrated by Liam Neeson, of all people.
I heard someone on a podcast recently accidentally call him Liam Leeson. Like
Liam
3
Neeson.
times. And finally she was like, what am I doing?
I love the Key and Peele sketch where they were talking about Liam Neeson's. They loved him.
Oh,
and
I
then
love
he actually
him.
showed up in one of the sketches. No, it was all about the popes. From the first one, which, of course, our boy Peter, all the way to Francis. You learn about all of them.
Wait, Peter, I'm not Catholic and I don't know a ton about that. And so Peter being Peter of Bible times?
Yes,
Like
upon this
the
rock.
one who denied the Lord?
Yes.
Okay.
But then,
Oh, the Bible will burn in your hands.
well, even the devil can quote scripture, as they say. But the point being, Peter, yes, after, you know, the resurrection, before ascension,
I want to clear it up real quick.
Jesus.
I'm a woman of faith. I believe in the Lord and I'm forgiven. Will
Thank-
I see Lee in heaven? That's up to him.
Yeah. So, and he says, upon this rock, I will build my church.
What is his hand movement?
So anyway, that's
Upon the solid rock
so
I stand. Well,
Peter is considered the first
the first.
head of the church.
Head of the church.
first pope, yes.
Okay.
Then you got
I
Paul
did not
out
know
there
that.
doing his thing, bringing in the rest of the people. Peter was more about Jews. Paul was about, you know, Gentiles.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Peter's and St. Peter's Basilica is where Peter is buried. The church is built on Peter's grave. So you're in, whoever assumes that title is chosen, use the term loosely, but because, you know, there's so much corruption with all the popes, a lot of antithetical Christian behavior.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, not humans.
Some of this, yeah, well, exactly. They're fallible. Yeah. So the Pope, I guess again, I'm not speaking for Catholics because I'm not a Catholic either, but I think the best way they look at it is the office is infallible, not the man in the
Yeah.
office. You understand
we're
what
all
I'm saying?
humans. Every
Right.
institution,
like
everything
we
is
salute
made by
the
humans.
president of the United States no matter who's in the office. We show respect to the office. And I think that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fascinating.
What's it called?
Pope. And now he's the head coach of the University of Kentucky men's basketball
It
program.
is such an unbelievable. The
I
way
didn't-
he does
I didn't
both.
see that coming.
I didn't either. That was a turn that but hey, who God chooses, that's what happens. At the time of this taping, this evening, Kentucky and Tennessee play basketball. As you all know, I'm a Tennessee native, and even though I cheer for Kentucky now, I've lived here over 10 years. I still have to cheer for my Tennessee Vols. Anytime Tennessee and Kentucky play, it's not fun for me anymore. When I first moved here, I was like, woohoo, go Vols! And then now I feel very conflicted every time. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'll be cheering each basket that goes in on each side of the court.
What about each block or steal? We'd be cheering those on as well.
Sure. Oh, I'll be screaming. I'll have no voice tomorrow.
No,
Anyway, so
listen,
the time
I
you
don't
guys are
take
listening to this, if it's up on Thursday, you guys know who won. So yes.
You're rooting for Tennessee. I don't find.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still top billing
I don't
Tennessee, but it hurts
find
me to cheer against
fault
Kentucky.
in that.
Thank you. Everybody's from somewhere. That's what I always say to people.
Right.
Everybody's from somewhere.
You can't help it.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. That your heart is dark. Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's the thing.
As you drink the blood of innocence.
Before we started today, did you know that you were going to try to convince people I was some sort of dark force, or did that just kind of come up naturally for you?
It just happens naturally. I started thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my God.
Do not take the name of our Lord and Savior in vain.
Satan, get behind me, but you keep getting in front of me. Anyway, I don't find fault with that. You're rooting for Tennessee. You should.
But
like I told you this, I will root for Tennessee if they're playing someone outside of the SEC.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if Tennessee's playing Ohio State or Michigan or somebody like that, or especially an ACC school, I'm rooting for Tennessee.
Yeah. And we thank you for it.
Yes.
The Tennessee women's head basketball coach.
So do you know this story of this woman?
Okay.
So she came out of...
I like that you just hijacked my story like I was giving you an assist. I said, so the Tennessee women's basketball, and you go, did you know?
Yes. So
I assisted you and you alley-oop.
So this woman...
No, go ahead and tell me.
Comes essentially out of obscurity.
Yeah.
She was coaching, I think, West Virginia or Marshall. She was coaching the Thundering Herd. I don't even know if she was the head coach.
She was.
But this woman, with only one season of Division I under her belt,
yeah,
which is considerable.
Where was she before Marshall?
Because she just got impregnated and then had a baby and then went right back to the bench. Mm-hmm. I got to give props to who's Tennessee's athletic director. Because whoever that person is saw an eye for talent, brought her in, and she's kicking butt. So kudos to the Tennessee athletic director down there.
Yeah. Guess how old she is?
Is she a kid?
She's only 17.
Wow.
She's my age. She is 36 years old. In fact, she is April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 7 months younger than me.
And how does that make you feel?
And I think it's awesome.
You think that's awesome? Because
I think of myself in that position. I think, oh my gosh, what a badass.
Well, I will say this for the first time.
She's 36 years old and the head coach at one of the most storied women's basketball programs.
And doing great.
And doing great. Had a baby. I read this morning. So she had her baby last week, her first baby. Her husband is one of the assistants for the men's team. So big news for both teams. Well, anyway, read this morning. She's back 7 days after giving birth.
And what's Rick Barnes' excuse? Because of hair plugs. This woman just pushed out a baby. My God, coach.
He's there. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's coaching the other night when they lost to Auburn.
That's
throwing
funny.
his water bottle over one horrible call that I'll never get over.
Well, think about Buffalo Bill fans.
The team or the guy from the movie?
Yeah. No, what was I going to tell you?
Who knows?
Oh, this is the first time in my life that the men's basketball coach at the University of Kentucky is younger than me. Mark Pope is, I think, 2 years younger than me. He's 43 or something like that. Crazy.
Why do you lie? I just don't get it.
Why do you lie?
I'm not lying.
Who's to know? There's no way to know who's telling the truth
Your
here.
birth certificate.
I don't know.
Be proud.
Of what?
Your age. Growing older, as they say, is a gift. If you wanted to say 46, well, sorry, you kept on living.
You try to keep putting me in this age category, which I don't. Age is just a number. Nobody cares. But what you want to do is put me in that AARP crowd.
I don't want
And I'm a guy who doesn't have grandkids, don't even have children, to be honest with you. So it looks.
What?
It looks as if.
You lied about those children?
That was just for the photos.
Okay.
I have failed at life.
No, you
That's why
haven't.
you keep pushing me in there to solidify my failure. That's what you're trying to do.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. You know what you're
That
doing.
is the most bonkers shit I've ever heard.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, it's not.
You're trying to make sure that I know that I have not done well in life.
Really? That's
You're at this age that all of life has passed you by and now you are irrelevant. Okay. And that's what you're trying to say to me.
Really?
Now, watch this, everybody. She'll go, I believe that's you thinking that. That's what she'll say.
Because that's what's happening.
See, I
I've
knew
never
you'd say
thought
it.
that or done that. Why would I've simply said the age you are, which is a fact. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you had 50 children or if you even have them later or if you have grandchildren. I don't care. What are you talking about? This failure in life. That's your own self-talk.
No,
I'm not
ma'am.
pointing at.
I didn't bring that up. You did.
What the hell? You're a nut job. Like, call me a demon all you want. At least I'm not crazy. No, I mean, do whatever the hell you want. Fine, lie. Say you're younger than you are. No one said you were a failure.
Yeah.
Except you in the mirror, apparently. Yikes.
I don't even have a mirror.
I failed at my mirror life. Anyway,
that was weird.
I'm signing you up for BetterHelp.com, that online therapy thing.
BetterHelp? Is that what it's called?
No, it's called Better Hell. It's a program
Oh.
I'm selling along with the rest of the underworld.
I don't know. What do I do? I'm creating a text message for a potential client, but in order to look at the messages that we have, I'm going to have to get out of that, unless you want to do it. Well, maybe I can do that. Can I do that? Well, let me do that. I don't know how to get out of that.
Get out of what?
Like I want to look and see if we've got messages from our viewers.
That's what I told. I told you not to do it. Copy and paste the message and put it in your notes. You don't know how to do that, do you?
I'll just let you read them.
Are we there?
No, I don't know. Are we? What time is it?
Let's take a breather. Just see what happens for the next couple
All
minutes, and then
right.
we'll get to the staff questions.
Okay.
Do you lie to people you meet in public about your age?
I don't lie, period.
Oh, come on.
I'm a man of integrity.
Now you are. You are a nice man. You're a nice... What?
I just think it's adorable when you're patronizing like that.
You think I don't think you're a nice person?
No, just it was dismissive. He's a nice man. Yes, he's.
But...
Yes, no, he's a good fella. You sound like when you
like
talk.
if someone you meet in public...
No, you were talking to me like you talked to Ollie, your dog. He's a good boy.
He's a really great guy.
Yeah.
I say that about all. My friend Colt always laughs because when Ollie was a puppy, I'd always go, oh my God, he's such a good guy. He's like a really good guy. It's just so funny to call a dog a guy. Mm-hmm. My new thing I've been saying to Ollie all the time about Charlie, my younger corgi, is if Charlie's acting crazy, just wanting to play and bite me and stuff, I'll just go, Ollie, come get your boy. And Ollie looks at me like, that is not my boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Ollie does have, because he hung out at the office with us yesterday, he's got that sort of judgmental look.
He's
Like
a man who's
over it.
lived.
Yeah,
He's-
I know all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, Ollie is very, and I think it's come out even more since we got the new puppy who just turned 1 year old. That's one of my pet peeves when people say 1 year old. That drives me up the wall when people say that. I'm like, 1 year.
What about first anniversary?
I never know what to think about that.
That was my old photographer, Steve Collier, would get
Yeah.
irate over that.
Yeah. It's like whichever, is it just, it's the anniversary?
Yes, just the anniversary.
Yeah,
not
but it
the
seems
first
wrong, even though it's
anniversary.
probably
Yeah.
right to just do that. But it's like, yeah, you can't
We're
really say.
celebrating our anniversary, not the first anniversary.
Yeah, but then won't the first question be like, well, how many years is it?
Yeah. One.
We could have solved that if I just said the first anniversary. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but yeah, Ollie has become a man over the course of the years.
Did you get Charlie a present?
No, I meant to stop yesterday.
Oh, he's got to be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I may go get him a pup cup today, or I may just go because I really only do it when it's their birthdays. Go get them one of those like specialty dog cakes.
Now, for him, it's like I'm 7 years old today.
Okay, I don't need that kind of negativity. Okay, I don't need to think about dog
Negativity?
years.
No, they enjoy life.
I know. But no, actually, Charlie lies about his age. He tells people he's 6 months. Anyway, so no, I need to go get him a little thing because it's his first birthday. And but yeah, Ollie, over time, he's become kind of his own man. Like Ollie's very like, even before we got the new puppy last year, Ollie kind of likes his own space. Like he'll lay with us on the couch, but then at night it's like he likes to go lay in the front room, kind of in the foyer area on the cold floor. At night, Ollie doesn't like to cuddle when he's trying to sleep. Like if he's sleeping, because he sleeps on the foot of the bed, if I barely touch him with my foot, or if I even lean down to pet him, he jumps up and moves like, can't you see I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
He's just kind of become, he really just kind of lives with us. You know? Well, Charlie is on my face at all times.
Nice.
Charlie likes to sleep. Half the time I will wake up and his face is touching mine.
Right.
He likes to lay like a little human, his head on my pillow. He did it last night. And I love it because I love the cuddle. But then I feel guilty that I'm not cuddling Ollie. But if I try to cuddle Ollie on the bed, Ollie,
don't want to be part of
he'll, just flail himself to get away from me.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like to touch while sleeping.
He's hot. He runs hot.
Yeah.
If he was cold, he'd do it.
That's true.
I'm thinking about a French bulldog.
When are you going to stop thinking about it and make it happen? Because you've been saying to me
No,
for years.
I'm not thinking about getting one. I'm just thinking about one.
I'm just sitting here pondering.
I don't know.
My mom's dream dog is a French bulldog, but my dad says they can't get one until there's a vacancy.
Ooh, that's some weird language they're using over there.
He doesn't actually say that. That's my delicate way of saying until one of their dogs dies.
Yeah, well, I know what it meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the way I say. I'm like, my dad will say, he's like, we don't need a third dog. Okay, we will maybe have 2 dogs, but we can't do
What
that.
is that dog's name? They got Roper over there?
Yeah,
then
Roper.
and
Roper's the 13-year-old blue heeler.
And what's the other one?
Lizzie,
Lizzie. I don't know.
the blind corgi.
Blind.
She's almost nearly blind. She was born with cataracts. Her whole litter was.
I got a buddy who's got a lab that's blind. And biggest crotch sniffer you've ever met in your life.
Well, sniffing, that's what he's got to do.
It's a she. That's what she does.
She's gotta do it.
Buries herself and goes, well, that's Lee. What are you doing?
Anywhere.
What are you doing over here? And then bangs in the furniture and,
Yeah.
and they have to, I think her name is Lizzie. I think is what made me think of
Aw.
it. And they'll tap the couch. Come over here, Lizzie. Here we
Yeah.
are. We're here. No, let me help you up. But as soon as you walk in, you can see her zeroing in like a bat
I'm going to find
from that crotch. And it's like, right. And then she's a big dog.
Well, labs are big.
So she tucks her nose and almost lifts you. So now you're doing a pommel
Are you
horse.
standing or? Oh, you're standing?
I'm standing. It's like, whoa. Now I'm on my tiptoes as she's enjoying herself down
She's not
there.
enjoying. She's trying to identify you.
Well, she'd identified me. And then, well, let's see what you've had to eat and drink today.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that was pleasant. Starbucks.
So, because you've talked about different breeds that if you ever got a dog, but I do know that you've mentioned French Bulldog before. Why is that?
Well, I don't know. The bigger the dog, the less bathroom break.
Really?
I believe that to be true. Because
Well, they've got bigger bladders.
They got bigger bladders. They all eat and drink the same amount. But the bigger bladder, you don't have to get up and go as much.
So you're only thinking of your own discomfort. So you would have to take it out less.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not thinking about getting a dog so you can give it the best life possible.
It's a dog. It will have the best life possible.
Well, you give it bourbon and cigars each night with you.
Are you kidding me? That's a life lived. Movie snacks, popcorn.
This dog's gonna be fat as hell.
No, we're gonna
Dogs, at least in my family, my parents' dogs and our dog, they love popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Popcorn is Roper's favorite thing. Like he knows he's not supposed to eat off any of the human bowls or plates or anything like that. My parents are eating.
I was giving a dog popcorn the other night. Loved it.
Great. Well, anyway, Roper, he knows he's not supposed to get in bowls or anything like that. Well,
What do you mean it doesn't get into bowls?
well, like, some people's dogs, like they'll jump up on the counter and get on plates.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Roper
okay,
knows like that. You can't do it. Can't do it. Well, one time my parents were watching a movie and they had a big bowl of popcorn and it was kind of on the coffee table, and he knows, no. But my mom said she was watching him from across the room, and it's like he was sitting there. It's like she could see. It was like a beautiful mind, like weighing the consequences of like, oh,
what do I
damn,
gotta? Yeah,
my love for popcorn worth the punishment.
Yeah,
it's gonna be popcorn. Launches himself, eats as much as just. My mom's like, rubber, and he looks at her like, and then goes to the door like, put me out. I know I'm in trouble, but God, the time of my life.
It was worth it.
But she said she could literally see him staring at the bowl like, I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But my God, is that movie lovers butter popcorn?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Do you want to read a question or
Yes, let's do it.
comment from our viewers or listeners or staff who may have... By the way, if you do have a comment or you would like to weigh in on one of our conversations, it's ideas@leeandhaley.com.
There you go. Okay. I asked the staff. Normally we send in our group text, our staff group text, like, hey guys, send us anything you want us to talk about on the podcast. Well, I sent a very formal request for comments just to be stupid. So Nua responded in kind. What be some of thy most pleasant remembrances of thy youth? Summary, what's a good memory you have from childhood?
Right.
So I guess I'll go because you have none, which is what you usually say.
Yeah.
If you had to say it in that kind of old English language, you'd say, nary do I remember a pleasant moment in my younger years.
No, I don't. I can't really speak of anything.
This isn't a positive memory, but it's a funny one to me, and this just jumped in my head. The first two was the time one of the first times my mom let my older sister babysit my brother and I. Like when my parents went to dinner, and we're like, all right, my sister was probably 13. We were just like roughhousing or whatever. My parents get home. My brother has the worst carpet burn on his back from my sister like dragging him across the carpet. And he's like giggling, but saying stop. My mom was like, what is wrong with you? My sister's like, well, I didn't know. So that's random. Another time my parents had me babysitting my brother. My parents like went away for the weekend, like their anniversary or something. So I'm babysitting my brother. Well, he gets the freaking flu. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? So I'm taking care of him as best I can. Call my mom. What do I do? They're like cutting their trip short, something like that. Well, I think this kid's got to have some vitamin C. You know what's got vitamin C is orange juice. I make him drink the biggest glass of orange juice, which he almost immediately projectile vomits all over my mom's new rug in the living room. And I'm like,
kids.
I was just as a kid thinking, he needs the vitamin C. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, oh, God. Kids are dumb.
Yeah.
My brother could enter a contest for projectile vomiting. He's lactose intolerant but refuses to acknowledge it.
Right.
The amount of times our brother has thrown up a milkshake in a restaurant parking lot when we were kids.
When I had some sort of stomach bug, for whatever reason, I drank a lot of milk and then ate a couple of dill pickles that chased it. And I remember puking all over my grandmother's couch. You know, having that memory.
Yeah.
I don't have any pleasant memories. You know, mine's all traumatic.
How about with your siblings? You never had fun with your siblings?
I was in the bathtub and Aaron pooped in there. I remember that.
I pooped in the tub.
You know,
My sister was traumatized. And I quote, Mommy, Hayley did poopy in the tub.
I mean, we had a good time. I remember playing a lot and running around, launching Roman candles at friends and, you know, doing dangerous activities, hanging off the back of a hay wagon.
It's like you almost resent that you have some positive memories. Like you hate to talk about them because I think you love to paint your life up until now as like, a series of unfortunate events.
Well,
especially your childhood. You're like, oh, you mean the dark years?
Yeah. Grew up in the Dust Bowl.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a good question. Bridget says, what would be your favorite part of being a dog?
Well, crotch sniffing would be great.
Oh, my gosh.
Nobody really cares if you do it. Right now, I get a tepid response.
Yeah, most girls are
as
like...
a human.
And guys. They're kind of like, well, I mean, I don't want to disrespect him, but...
Yeah. That'd be a funny sketch.
The best part of being a dog, just the freedom to nap at all times. I love to nap. And
it seems like a good life.
Yeah. Like, I always see this content on TikTok, and it's so true. Like, when your dog heavy sighs, it's like, what have you got to be upset about? You get all your meals provided and guaranteed. You get to go on walks. You get treats. You get to lay on the couch, and in many cases, on the bed.
Yeah.
Water, you don't know where it comes from. But it's always there.
Right.
Treats, pup cups, yeah. And then the dogs will go on the couch. I would say the freedom to just nap and lay anywhere.
This is a non sequitur, but I was thinking about dogs drink out of toilets.
Yeah.
Well, I found recently my toilet light. And what a godsend this invention is.
Yeah, okay.
So to explain, it's a motion detector that you attach with little tiny suction cups on the side of the bowl. And then it has a very tiny light that hangs down in the bowl on the side, so you're not hitting it by any means. And it has a suction cup too, so it's on the side. Battery operated, and when it's dark, any kind of movement, it sends a beam of light into the bowl that changes colors. And it's just this little beacon of hope.
Yeah, no.
That
make toilets great again.
A man can find his way to the toilet.
I find any kind of toilet accessory disgusting.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
If you're a frequent urinator,
I am.
well, then you would
But I never
love
have
it.
trouble finding the toilet.
What do you turn on the light?
Well, no, but I mean, maybe it's because I sit down.
So do I. Thank you.
Then what is the mystery about?
I know it's dark. It's so dark. But now there is this lighthouse that stands upon a hill.
I wish it played music too, and it just goes. Ah.
That's what it looks like, because it is this magical glow from the porcelain.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to you.
I actually would like to see it because I've heard you talk about this, and I find it.
I will. Tonight, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to send it to you. I don't care what. Whenever I'm getting up to pee at 3 a.m, you're going to get a text.
No, why don't you just take a picture when you get home?
No.
Like, I don't want to know that you're midstream.
Midstream? I'm going to take the picture while I'm doing it on the way to the toilet. I can see it from the bedroom. So I go, pop. And I've got it.
Wait. How does it detect your motion from the bedroom? What are you doing? Falling on the way there?
No, the way my toilet is situated, my first step out of the bed, it detects movement. Boom, lights it up. Perfect.
It's like like those guys on the airport runway, just motioning
Like
you in.
it can't see me on the bed unless I get really demonstrative.
Okay.
There's a disco going on up there. What's that about?
God.
Well, Lee's got a rave happening. Why is that light flashing?
Wait, who's saying that?
My neighbors.
Oh, your neighbors or any guests you might have. They're like, what is going on in your bathroom? It's just saying, I'm doing a great job, baby.
Now, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
I am so excited.
I've got an extra one. I don't even know if they make them anymore.
Well, okay, here we go. I'm not even going to read Nua's next question because he's obsessed with Chat GPT. And I know that he wasn't smart enough to come up with this question in old. I guarantee you he said, Chat GPT, ask this question and so on.
So he cheated.
You want me to read it to you?
I don't care.
When thou dost prepare for a journey, what be some of the most needful deeds thou wouldst desire to partake in upon such a voyage? Forsooth, examples might be tasting of new viands, beholding sights wondrous, or resting in leisure. I think he means when you're planning a trip, what's most important to you. That's actually hilarious. And I know he listens. I don't mean that you're stupid. I mean, none of us would be able to create that paragraph as current day Americans.
In Old English?
Anyway. When planning let's go ahead and answer. When planning a trip, kind of what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think, where do I want to go next?
Where do I want to go? Well, usually Instagram tells me where I want to go.
Oh, okay.
I'll
You are
see.
Inspired by something you see.
Yes, because I follow a lot of those travel sites.
Sure.
So they'll inspire me. Ooh, I want to go here. I want to go there.
I want to go everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true. I do get that. Or I'll see. For me, sorry. I feel like I'm talking loud, and I'm going to get berated for it. I'll see stuff like that, or I like to. For some reason, it's very important to me to see landmarks because I feel like I've not
seen. So here's the landmark. I haven't seen Mount Rushmore.
Me neither.
I've not seen that. Now, what was it? 2 years ago, I saw Yosemite. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Yeah, sure.
I felt like I was in a Peter Jackson film.
Oh my gosh.
It was It looked all CG. Like, is this real? But yes, the good Lord made it.
That's how I felt when I saw Red Rocks in Colorado.
Yeah.
I was like, how is this real? How am I looking? How is this part of America?
What
is this?
I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but I've seen it plenty from the air.
Well, that's not the same thing.
You know, I'd fly sorties for the Air Force.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Last question. This is from Kelly. Would you rather always know when someone's lying or always get away with lying?
Wait a minute. Rephrase that.
Do you need me to get ChatGPT to put it in Old English?
I didn't understand. Is that a question?
Would you rather? Yes. Would you rather always know when someone's lying?
Or get away with it?
Or would you always get away with lying?
Much rather know when they're lying.
Really?
Much rather know that.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Same.
want to lie.
Same. I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to lie. Like, it kills me when I have to sometimes, or whenever I have in the past. Like, I have such a guilty conscience. I can't take it. And so, yeah, that's not a priority. For me, it would be so thrilling to know if someone's lying.
Yeah,
It just help you make decisions in your life and things like that.
Most of the people that are close to me, I know when they're lying to me.
Yeah, because they do this.
Yeah. I roll. No, I can tell.
No, I was doing the George Bush from the inauguration.
Oh, yeah. I know when you've fibbed to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like working with you.
Yeah.
You're a bad liar.
I am?
Yeah, you'll tend to lie about
What's my
dumb
tell?
stuff.
Because I get giggly.
Yeah, no, that's right. Like if on the show we're like, Lee, where were you? Why were you late today? What do you mean? Was I late? Like, you start giggling because I can tell you don't want to have to lie, but you're like, I simply can't reveal the truth here. So if I giggle, it'll throw them off. You do start giggling.
Well, I'm having fun.
Yeah, sure. Finding.
Yeah. Well, that's not an important lie to me.
Well, true. What's an important lie?
Well, that I'm actually a woman.
Citizenship. Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or my citizenship, sure. Yeah, no, you give off a very weird energy.
Do I?
Yes.
Well.
You know, I can feel it. It's like I got a spider sense.
You're
like
probably
nothing.
Spidey sense.
Same thing. Spider sense, Spidey sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to be cute with it.
Well, I think people call it Spidey sense. You're not being cute.
Well, I don't know. I'm an older Peter Parker, so I say spider sense, not Spidey sense.
Okay.
There was a role I should have got. And I don't mean today's Spider-Man, but I should have got the Tobey Maguire role. We're the
Did
same
you
age.
audition for it?
They didn't ask. But
Okay.
I could have
Then I
played
guess
that.
you-
I remember when they were in pre-production, I kept thinking, this is mine. If I would,
If I was only a real actor.
yeah, no, I could have got that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt like I could have brought something to it. Because Spider-Man's a bit of a smart butt. Mm-hmm. You know?
What do you think? This is a kids podcast? Just
Sure.
say smart ass. Who cares? Grow up.
You grow up.
He's a smart butt.
I don't like to use that kind of language. I only do it in French
Bull.
or Spanish.
You don't speak either one of those.
Punta.
Kana, a great vacation spot. All right, guys, that's going to be our podcast today. Thanks so much for listening and hanging out. And if you want to watch the video version, it's on the Kentucky Sports Radio YouTube channel. We appreciate you so much. Rate, review, subscribe. Watch the Lee and Hayley show. Our home market is Lexington, Kentucky, Fox 56. We are weekdays at noon.
If you are in Lexington, we have a Super Bowl show coming up that will air before and after the game.
On Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, on the Fox affiliate, Fox 56 in Lexington, Kentucky.
That's right. Who has the game? They have the game?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's why we're doing the show.
That was a really dumb question.
Yeah.
Well, I just hadn't thought about what network had it this year.
Yeah, Fox has it. So it's Tom Brady calling it. By the way, Trey Wingo.
Is that a weather pattern? Is that a dish? Is that a hair product?
That's a code.
I only use Trey Wingo.
Now the boys have been activated. Now that I've said that.
Sure,
No,
yeah.
Trey Wingo used to be an ESPN anchor.
Okay.
Now he does podcast stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he brought out an amazing stat that since the Super Bowl since the playoffs, there's been like 100 moments of where a team had to score in the fourth quarter to either take the lead or tie the game. Tom Brady is 5 of 10 on those moments. 50%. That's a hell of a record.
What do you mean? When he was playing?
Yes, when he was playing.
Oh, I thought you meant calling. I was like, what?
No. Tom Brady, half the time, would win the game for the Patriots or the Bucks. That's how good he was. Drew Brees was like maybe half to, like 3 of 6 moments he had that. There's a fella right now who is 7 for 7. It is unheard of in major sports. In those high-pressured, intense moments, Patrick Mahomes is 7 for 7.
He's so good. It's
My
wild.
buddy Richard hates Patrick Mahomes for whatever reason. He keeps getting mad when they do Tom Brady comparisons. But Richard's about to lose this argument because Patrick Mahomes is putting himself in.
So
he's already a
good.
Hall of Famer. We know that.
Yeah.
But good God, 7 for 7? And I sent Richard that clip. Because I don't want to admit it either, because Tom Brady was always the GOAT. But Mahomes is still in his 20s.
Well, and it's not all on one person. It's the
No,
team.
well,
So
he's
you
got
can't
a
be
great
like,
coach.
he's 7 for 7. He did it by himself.
Andy Reid is a big influence.
And every other player on the team.
Well, you could say the same for Tom Brady and Drew Brees. But
I would.
But there's a guy that still has to be back there making those decisions and getting it done.
Oh, yeah.
And that's your quarterback. And
I mean, you got to respect the game, even if you hate him or hate the team, even though you cheer against him, whatever. You still got to. A lot of people hated Tom Brady.
oh, I know they did.
Yeah, I hated Tom Brady.
Including Richard.
I was a Peyton Manning stan, and so I felt like I had to hate Tom Brady. I was always mad. I was a hater of the Patriots. But then I slowly, especially when Peyton retired, I was kind of like, well, all right. And I slowly started appreciating and just enjoying watching greatness. Now I love Tom Brady.
And that was just in the shower.
He had those glass blocks, and if you got close enough to him, you could nearly see it. And by that, I mean he was running plays in the shower.
Right.
Yeah, he showered in a full swimsuit. Very upsetting.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
About what?
Why you were upset?
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting on that apology all day. All right, guys. This is our second end to the podcast. Here we go.
Unless I come up with another fact for you.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hang in there. We love you. God loves you. You got this.